Hi there, welcome back to the channel. As the thumbnail says, today we are doing a YA horror book haul. I've got about 13 books here that I got over the last month or so. But before we get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about sort of my feelings on YA horror and how I've warmed up to it over the last little while. Pretty much as stated before, I never really read any YA horror growing up. By the time it was coming out, Christopher Pike and Goosebumps and Fear Street, I was already reading Clive Barker and other older writers, mainly due to the fact that my brother was reading that stuff, my older brother, so I had access to his book collection. YA never really jumped into my realm of book reading, but I've watched a lot of you guys, a lot of the booktubers on BookTube. You guys love YA horror, and I think it's worn me down over the last few years. Namely, I know Alex at the Bookubus, she loves her point horror. The fellow over at Shady Side Library, he's got lots of that. Cameron Chaney, he's got lots of YA horror. So I've watched all these videos. Last year, I ended up reading the Babysitter series, and I loved it. And it's warmed me up to the idea of reading these sort of a little bit simpler but just as fun kind of horror books. So I got some recommendations from both of them, Alex and the Shady Side Library, and so I picked out some books and I'm going to go through them now with you. First up we got is Fatal Secrets by Richie Tankersley Cusick. Now, I'm about halfway through this book now, and I'm enjoying it very much. We're following Ryan McCauley, whose sister Marissa died in a freak accident, but also had some secrets to share to Ryan. So this is a very good book. I'm enjoying it. It's sort of set in Christmas time, so I probably could have enjoyed this as a Christmas read, but I am really much liking this one a lot. This next one is Trick or Treat, again by Richie Tankersley Cusick. This one is a very obvious Halloween-themed book. I do love this haunted house. The front cover looks good. This one is following Martha as moving into a new house, but it looks like there's some dark secrets that are going to be hounding her shortly. This one looks really good. And now we've got Dream Date by Sinclair Smith. Now, this one is very intriguing, about a woman who's dreaming about sort of a man of her dreams, and he's slowly becoming real and jealous and it's pretty scary sounding. So it was going to be some nightmare-inducing scary times. I look forward to that one. Beach House by R.L. Stine. This is part of the Point Horror series. This one looks like it's going to be a summer slasher. Kids renting a cabin and they're at the beach getting killed. So looking forward to seeing some stalked kids. Now we've got Monster by Christopher Pike. They Were No Longer Human. So looking at this, it's going to be high school, obviously, cheerleader, football player. I'm guessing werewolves from the blood red moon on that cover. It looks pretty great. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I've read a couple Christopher Pikes now, and he's been progressively pretty good. Next up is In Quest of Ghosts by Hans Holzer. So this looks like real ghost stories from the files of the world's foremost ghost hunter, Professor Hans Holzer, PhD, the man who actually talks to ghosts. So this might get pretty crazy as far as having some real ghost stories. Those are always fun and interesting to read, and I do love this cover. I think it is very cool. It reminds me a little bit of Liz from Garth Marenghi. She's kind of crazy up in the corner there, but it looks pretty cool. The Substitute by Nicholas Pine. This is part of a Terror Academy series, which I've never seen before. Let me know if you read any of these Terror Academy books. But this one looks like it's back in high school again. We'll see if this substitute teacher has magical powers or if she's really evil. Halloween Night by R.L. Stine. I'm just going to read the back here because it's hilarious.
Brenda hates her cousin Haley, and Brenda isn't the only one because Haley keeps stealing other people's boyfriends. So Brenda and her friends decide to plan the perfect murder. I know. I have no idea what this is going to get up to, but I think this is going to be a Halloween read for me. Halloween Night 2 by R.L. Stine, and this appears to be in exactly 1 year later. So will it be like Die Hard 2? Will Brenda have to fight off or kill Haley again? I have no idea. We'll figure that one out. The Snowman by R.L. Stine. So this one looks to be about a sort of a sad woman meeting her Prince Charming at her place of work, and he might be a cold-blooded killer. So I look forward to this one. This is probably going to be waiting till next winter. I managed to find a couple more books in the Nightmare Club series. I read one of these last year, and it was a lot of fun, and it was actually quite terrifying. So I think this is sort of more geared towards people that already love horror. This is put out by Zebra, the Z-Fave series. So yeah, this one looks like a lot of fun. There was no tattoos inside, unfortunately. Book 3 in the Nightmare Club, also by Richard Lee Byers. This is Warlock Games. I hate the placement of that hand. It's just stupid. But again, no tattoos were in this. Best thing about the Nightmare Club series, though, there is always a map, which I appreciate. So we know exactly what's going on. In all the excitement, I somehow managed to grab 2 copies of The Boyfriend by R.L. Stine. So this one's about, looks like a boyfriend that comes back from the dead, so that should be a lot of fun. The tagline on the back is, "Sometimes love is murder." One fun fact, though, one of these came with some already critiqued inside, so I'm going to show you some pictures of what was inside one of these Boyfriends copies. So yeah, it's pretty great. Okay, so that was all the YA horror I picked up over the last month or so. Let me know if you've read any of these. I'm already, again, somewhat through Fatal Secrets. I'm about halfway through. I'm enjoying this. I'm going to save some of these for Halloween, the sort of the Halloween-themed ones. But yeah, let me know which ones you've read, which one you liked the most. If there's any ones that I should definitely read first over others. So yeah, that's it for the day, and thanks again for watching, and thanks again for everyone for all the YA recommendations. I do appreciate that. So, okay, have yourself a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.